Greetings and good morning and a happy 4th to everybody out there. That's right. Even if you do not reside in the great US of A, happy 4th to you anyway. And for those of you in the UK, I hope you are going to utilize the opportunity to see our amazing fireworks display. And note that right now, freedom is worth celebrating, and so is yours. You need to find a way to declare freedom from the current government, your caretaker government led by the Burnham burnout. The guy that was just there as another WEF plant to destroy your lives. Beyond that, they're trying to force YouTube into agreeing to force BBC content on you. And that will limit creator growth for people like me and others who are occasionally critical of the UK government and the silliness of most European governments currently. Do not be one of those governments. Anyway, it's good to see everybody. It's going to be a very short show because we're only doing about an hour. We will do a 4th of July special later today, but it's good to see everybody out there. We got John the Beagle Dad in the house. We've got a few other folks like Rodimus Supreme. We got Dan Funk in the house. What's up, Dan? Good to see you, Dan. And Penny. Happy 4th of July, everybody. I hope your days are great. John's in the house. What's up, John? Hello, everyone. Hope you are well. Yes, I am very well. Very well indeed. Bonnie Gamester is here. Happy 4th. Good to see you. Caledon 910, everybody's favorite radio station. I know it's not true, but it's still fun. Good to see you, Caledon. We got Peter out there. What's up, Peter? Happy 4th of July, USA. That's right. O2RR in the house. Good to see you, friend. Hope you're doing well. It's time to celebrate indeed. Look at the champagne flutes. Already ready. Say that 3 times fast. What a day. It's going to be a good one. I hope you guys are excited. Let's see. I don't even have. There are 0 ads on this live stream. So if you get one, I need to know. Let's see. I've got a new calisthenics workout I'm going to start next week. We got a lot of things planned over here at Casa de Culture. So yeah. Apollome's Minion checking in from the road. Hello, lovely lady. I hope you're doing well. I hope you are well. Let's see who else is out there. Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swifty. That's right. Matt G hanging out with us this morning. Did you guys catch the road trip from Ryan's perspective for G&G on their trip to DC to celebrate 350? Did you watch Jay live this morning talking about it? Really, really cool stuff. And a happy 4th to everybody, says our friend Jaffo. Hope you're doing well, Jaffo. Monsignor Jaffo. B312. Good to see you. Look at all the emojis in that chat. We got a lot. Yeah. Happy birthday, 250. About 250. We're about 250, not 350. Nah, but soon enough. 350. 250. How are you all celebrating? That's actually one of the questions of the day for all of you. Now, if you're a high roller on this channel, you are welcome to join today's live stream. We'll be here for about an hour. 26 of you in the audience, which means you're probably members, but not high rollers. And that's okay. That's all right. But we're going to talk about that. How are you celebrating? I am having steak and watching fireworks and talking with family. Going to be a good day. Hopefully you guys are doing something similar if you're here in the States. Chance to hang out with family and friends. I'm also making a phone call. One of my best friends, best pals, was born on the 4th of July. So I'll be wishing him happy 4th of July and a happy birthday. Pretty cool birthday, right? Born on the 4th of July. There's a movie about that. I think it had Tom Cruise in it. I could be wrong. You got my 4th of July Buc-ee's cup. I'm wearing my red, white, and blue polo shirt. It's going to be a good day. Dan Funk says, I just finished watching the fireworks and drone show with the battleship Texas. It finished off with the Texas firing her main battery. Oh, my gosh. So much great stuff out there to watch. This weekend, since Wednesday, we've been starting the celebration since Wednesday, and it's just continuing to roll on and on and on. It's going to be good stuff. Monsignor Jaffo says, I'm gonna be going to sleep soon. All right, well, get some good sleep, brother. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. Oh man, yeah. The fireworks shows have been great. If you get a chance to see those drone shows that Dan was referring to, I would do it. I would do it. Apollome's working, getting a load of water and delivered to Reno. Just be safe, young lady. Keeping us all taken care of. You got to say thank you to everybody in the trucking industry, everybody that does logistics. We are one of the countries that are the best at it, which is why, it was a no brainer to hold the World Cup here. We have all of the infrastructure already. We have massive, massive stadium complexes for both pro and college that they could utilize without doing much. They just upgraded it with real grass rather than artificial turf. And we're all better off for it. A little bit of extra money spent, a few $1 million here and there, new watering systems, new systems in place in all of these stadiums, temperature controlled stadiums. That's the other thing. There's something else the Europeans appreciate. They could go inside at 72 degrees and watch their professional football they call soccer indoors. Nobody else in the world does what we do here, and we don't even think about it. So let's celebrate that today. Oh, and having the 4th of July during the World Cup, that's pretty cool too. A lot of people visiting here don't want to go home. For example, one Germany fan extended their period of time that they were staying here because they loved America so much. Everything they were told was a lie. So there's that. PlayStation is getting attacked pretty good, and they deserve it, and I'm okay with it. Insider Gaming's got a good story on that. I might talk about that a little bit later, but Xbox versus PlayStation is a real thing. So there's that. Who else is out there in the chat? We got more folks dropping in. We got Tom out there. What's up? TJ Magnify. Happy 4th. Oh, sorry, can't stay long. I need to get stuff ready for later. That's right. I got to season all the steak. I got to get that going. So there's that. Carl Singh is in the house. Great to see you, Carl. Good to see you. By the way, if you are a high roller, you got a message in or from the community tab. So all I have to do is go to the channel, go to the community tab, and you should have a massage, which allows you entry into the show. So that's right. John says, yes, thanks to all the truckers. We love you. We do. Making America run. Quite literally. Literally. Delivering everything from petroleum to water, from steak to donuts. They do it all. Got to be very grateful. Good stuff. Carl says, I hope you're safe. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. And multiple ways of cooling off. It's going to be a nice day. Oh, by the way, for those of you who are also members, if you're not, or subscribers to That Garden Place, there will be no video today, unfortunately. I was unable to get the materials that I needed to in place in a way that I would feel safe applying them because it's been so windy lately. The thing that destroyed the greenhouse in the first place is preventing me from fixing the greenhouse in the second place. So there will be a video coming probably during the course of next week, but not normally at its regular release time, which would be today. So keep that in mind. We got Frank out there. Good to see you, Frank. Frank is here. So is Barry, the music man. Good to see you, Barry. Happy 4th of July to y'all. Yes. And Michael Ray says, season that steak culture. That's what I'm going to do. My family loves when I season the meat. Good stuff. German mainstream media is very anti-American and even more anti-Trump. Well, I believe that. Merz is a piece of garbage. How did you end up with him? AFD is going to take over Germany. They keep trying to stop it by, exploring more tyranny. He looks like, the evil guy from the end of V for Vendetta. Remember the MP in V for Vendetta? The UK government's trying to make that occur, it looks like. Quite wild. Will the system come down? I don't know. Penny says it's 95, high of 98. Still under 100, though. That's good. Although with humidity, you might call it, it's going to be hot. Hot. Happy Independence Day. Indeed, Georgia Peach. Indeed. Great to see you here with us. Thank you, young lady, for joining us for the stream. JPRPH1. Hello. Howdy, folks. Happy 4th. That's right. We can celebrate the day. It'll be a fun day to celebrate. It's hot. It's hot. Water your body and water your garden. That's right. It's very hot. It's gonna be a good one though. Really looking forward to barbecue. I love it. Popsicle says, hello, everybody. Can't stay long. Too much going on today. It is the 4th after all, but I wanted to say hello and wish everyone a happy 4th of July. And that's kind of the important thing. There's a lot of, celebration for a lot of things. For example, the World Cup I already talked about as the ratings surge. England, Mexico time has not been changed, so that's going to go off. Minions and Monsters is number one. It's coming up short with only 65 million 5-day estimate. Still better than Supergirl. Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce are married. The taxpayers had to foot the bill for about $1 million in security for that. And we got a lot going on. America 250 events are everywhere across the country. Even the communist PMC media is covering this. They are covering the America 250 events, and there are many of them. Happy birthday, Marca. Heck yeah. America. Heck yeah. Let's take a look. From the story. Uh-oh. All right. Something else going on there. American 250 events list. How Hollywood and others are saying happy birthday. Hollywood hates America. They won't say happy birthday. So current and ongoing. So Disneyland Resorts got a special flag retreat ceremony honoring veterans. Themed decor along Main Street, which is always there, and also Buena Vista Street in California Adventure. There's a pre-show fireworks tribute ahead of the World of Color water show in DCA, which is awesome. And the return of the Celebrate America Fireworks Spectacular, patriotic themed attired for the Dapper Dans, military band performances, and celebratory cavalcade honoring America. So they're going to dust off all the old stuff and put it back out there. And remember, one of the neat premiere pieces for the Electric Light Parade going way back in history was the Celebrate America series of floats with the Gold Eagle that eventually went to Japan and Europe. It's curious why that's not back at Disneyland, but there's that. Disney World's got Spaceship Earth with patriotic lighting, special performances of the Voice of Liberty, the electrical water pageant themed decor, and you have along Main Street a revamped Soaring Across America at Epcot. So that's cool stuff. National Geographic is launching programming to explore the nation's stories. ABC airs Disney Celebrates America. No, they don't. They hate America. They hate Americans. They hate the history of America. That's why they got rid of Splash, Tom Sawyer's Island, and everything else. Disney absolutely hates America. Let's stop lying to people. News Nation has The Spirit of America. It's been launched. A multi-platform cross-country reporting series celebrating the people, the places, and the values, the events running through today. Fox Business Network has got Maria and the Clammon Countdown. Will air live from the New York Stock Exchange on the 1st and 2nd, so we missed that. Disneyland's that we already talked about. ABC's Lying series. Capital of the 4th 250 weekend celebration will broadcast live from the West Lawn. That's going to air between 8 and 9:30 Eastern. That'll be a lot of fun. Let's see. On the July 4th itself, the block party, that's today. So we got ESPN launching America 250 road trips. We just watched one of those with G&G. CBS evening anchor Tony Dokapel and ET co-host Nichelle Turner hosting the Great American Block Party 250, a 3-hour live primetime broadcast for viewers from coast to coast. So you'll get a chance to see all the celebrations from the east to the west. ABC is going to have Nashville Star Spangled Bash hosted by Ryan Seacrest. Knott's Berry Farm is actually offering celebratory fireworks this evening. Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest at 12:30 to 1 p.m. on ESPN. That's Eastern time, so that's in just a couple of minutes, I believe. News at Nation, NBC, the list goes on and on. Everybody pretending to be happy about America. On July 5, Fox and Friends, that Sunday, broadcasting a live Fox News channel from the National Mall. That should be interesting. NBC's Kristen Walker is a special edition of Meet the Press, examining the America's founding and the future of the American democracy, which again, for them is, well, an opportunity to destroy it because they don't like America. I like America. So does this Australian fella right here. Hemorrhoid hurts for $2 Australian bucks. Says it's 2 a.m. I have no excuse. Good to see everybody. It's good to see you, friend. You need to get some sleep. Water. Water is good. Let's see. I went off for a little while. We got a super chat. That's amazing. I didn't think there'd be many super chats today, but there's a lot of good things coming. Commander Ed Straker of Shadow says, happy 4th, early dose of cuddles. There'll be another one. We are going to have a special, thank you for your attention to this matter, 4th of July edition. We're getting deeper into politics, which we're not doing on this particular show. Happy 4th to you, Brandon Day. It's good to see you. And to everybody who showed up here from Europe or even Canada for the World Cup, hope your opinion has changed of the greatest nation on this planet. So we've got Terry saying it's the quietest 4th I've never heard. Well, it's going to be quite loud tonight. We had neighbors testing fireworks last evening. So they're just getting some of their preemptive booms out of the way. We got at least sightlined of 4 visible fireworks demonstrations for this evening, in addition to whatever's on TV. God bless America, indeed. So, happy Independence Day. That's right, Kit Kat with a Kit Kat. And, of course, Hammerschlag, we have to say, go. That's right. Grim Doc, or Infiata, says, Merry 250 Merca anniversary day. That's right. That's right. Those that signed the Declaration of Independence were basically signing their own death warrants. Let's keep that in mind today. That's so true. Yep. We're signing up to a confrontation that if it goes badly will be our elimination. Just consider the stakes involved in that. Young men, some as young as, their early 20s, after thoughtful review, decided to sign on to that. And then additional young men in their 20s and 30s decided to fight for this nation and an idea of America at the time, because we were still under the tyranny of the British rule, the redcoats, and their taxation without representation. That became a big thing in the U.S., and guess what? There's plenty of it here in the U.S. right now. You got to ask yourself, why are people rising up against unfair taxes currently? Don't know. Classic Wizard in the house says probably replace American flags with pride flags. Are you talking about Disney? Wouldn't surprise me. God sees everything. Hello, young lady, says happy 4th of July. God bless each and every one of you, and you as well. Ex-Airman Mom Army Grammy. There you go. I like that title. Excellent for you. Lots of service in that family. Lauren read the entire Declaration of Independence last night. Very moving. Well, it's Lauren. Lauren does great things. Big fan of Lauren. Hemorrhoid hurts. Again, thank you for the super chat. The one and only of the day. And it's going with the member chat for 1 year. Happy birthday to the U.S. and happy birthday to Komagoan for being a member of the channel. Happy 4th of July, everyone. USA. Indeed. And thank you. It's Coma going. Wild Nanny Yavin is here. 2 to 3 more hours, and my brisket should be done smoking. Started it at midnight last night. Yeah, that's about right. Slow and slow with those tasty pellets of flavory goodness. I just splashed water on my nose. Goodness. That's an aggressive drink of water. Argentum, happy Independence Day to you. Look at all these lovely people. We got Donovan Bradford out there. Very cool. I need to watch the live streams start. There's going to be a ton of them, guys. You can go back and rewatch them. There was great stuff last night. You don't want to miss that. Go watch Lauren again. Penny says, culture your dulcet tones, put the baby to sleep. Well, thank you. I've been told I put grown men to sleep. So there's Barry says, got drunk and started watching X-Men 97 season 2. Surprisingly, really liking it after all the negative I had heard about it. Well, DeMeo had already been kicked to the curb, I think, by the time that they wrapped up everything with that, but it's still got his direction. Not him directing it, but his kind of intent, just like the first season. So he says he was very honest with Disney about his Only Friends stuff. So I don't know. Disney needed an excuse, maybe. The incredible and very fun Scooby Pump. You could check out her channel. She was fun to hang out with last weekend. I hope you caught the stream. Happy 4th of July, all, and happy birthday, Marka. Indeed. Look at her. She's got a great voice, truly. Matthew Thornton was one of my relatives. Last signature on the document. Amazing. That's awesome. That's awesome. What a great piece of family history there. Our good friend, the Wild Manny Yavin for 5 Culture Casino Cash says, June 23rd, announcer at the World Cup game in Boston. As we know, the English historically struggle here in Massachusetts. Oh, no. I shall never forget that quote. What a great way to say that. They seem to struggle here in Massachusetts. So would we say those were the original massholes? Oh, I was careful. I had to be careful with that one. That was a joke right on the edge. Drummer John says, I love this country, not just one day a year. USA. I love it every day of the year. I've been here. I pledge allegiance to the flag. And you know, I didn't realize the Pledge of Allegiance showed up so late in our country's history. But since we were going to be going to multiple wars and we always had to be the fighting spirit of America, I can understand why they put the pledge in place. So there you go. Argentum says, I want to go to the fireworks for the first time in over 20 years tonight. 250 is a big one. It is. Let's see. At the Bicentennial, we celebrated riding big wheels. I was in Missouri for the Bicentennial. We celebrated riding big wheels in the parade, the 4th of July parade, in Springfield, Missouri. Sparklers were continually lit. We were decked out in red, white, and blue, with top hats that were red, white, and blue on our heads. I think I have pictures. I was quite young, but I think there's pictures out there of me in full embarrassment mode, but a 7-year-old, so I didn't know. So 7-year-old me. Oh, wait a minute. 6-year-old. Goodness, even worse. Donovan Bradford says, despite my salty nature, please everyone be safe. Don't play with explosives. Drink responsibly. Keep eyes open for the tiny ones that will get scared of the boom booms. That's a good plan. Indeed. Indeed. Awesome one. Hello. I watched Mount Rushmore festivities last night. Yeah, that was pretty cool too. Consider the fact that Trump was everywhere yesterday. I mean, everywhere. Old Air Force One had a flyover opportunity yesterday. All kinds of fun stuff was going on. All kinds of fun stuff was going on. You know, this is a good day. What's even cooler is if you look up 4th of July on Google, it rains red, white, and blue confetti on your screen. So I think they're starting to get it. I really do. I think they're starting to get it. There's so many different parts of the metro area that I'm in. They each municipality has their own celebrations. I'm guilty of living in a spot where I can see like a lot of them. It's fantastic. Aaron P says, "Have a great Independence Day. You too. Look at that. I think that's Smokey and the Bandit. That looks very Burt Reynoldsy to me. It's good. That's a good avatar for the day." Classic Wizard says, "Parade of Sale been pretty good thus far. Excellent. Holy cow. It's the world famous redhead, Arwen Avalon. Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I can't quite do it the way she does. Hey y'all. I can't get there. Happy Independence Day. Happy Independence Day to you, love. Hope you're doing well. I didn't get to hang out with you anymore. Y'all are hiding from me. I don't know why. Terry Rose reminds us of Mass Effect. I think it's a great game. Love those games. O2RR says, "Wild Manny Ave and cheers would echo across the galaxy in mass celebration as the 4th rule prepares to welcome home their own. Their greatest hero, none other than the Wild Man of Yavin." There you go. Barry the Music Van says, "Bought a cool 2-page story from Cracked Magazine um, from early 80s. Was Ronald Reagan and Clint Eastwood in it. Cool. Larry, the name's so nice you say it twice. Larry out there. Good to see you, Larry. And yes, USA. The very lovely and talented Magically MJ is in the audience today. God bless you all. God bless the USA. And God bless you, Magically MJ. I hope you're doing all the mama duties. All the mama duties. Look at all these good people. 200 veteran, 1976. Hey, I was out there on my big wheel with one of my cousins. Yeah, fireworks can be a troubling thing for dogs and cats and horses. So, yeah. Think about the fact that Disney is set up at Disney World in a way that they can keep the animals away, but Disneyland hadn't been until recently. Now those animals are not on property. They are taken to an off-site facility that's not far away, but they have to be trailered to and fro from Disneyland. Most people don't know that. Real Wade says, "Hey, if you want to message me to join me tonight, I will reach out to you, friend. The problem is I don't know what time I will be done. This is the familial effort, so we'll see." Okay, you know what? I wasn't going to jump into this one. I was going to save it for later in the thank you for your attention to this matter stream if I can actually get that off the ground later today. I'll say it this way. The new Avengers Doomsday League is confirmed now and looks and sounds awful. Sorry. This film was a bad idea. The reboot, the way they're doing it, was a bad idea. And if they kill off people from the 616 universe, that's going to be an entirely different frustration for the audience. Everybody dies so everybody can live, and we go into Battle World, which is what I've been telling you. By the way, go back in time, look at some of my streams. You'll find me talking about that, and that this film literally could be broken up into 3 films. This effort, this story, extending it is not going to make it better. I do not want any of this. This is the worst comic book arc, then they decided to make it movies. Instead of going back to the better comics, they jumped forward, skipping decades of good material so they could get to the stuff that they could insert the messaging into. Same thing happened to DC. If you don't believe that, you don't understand how Supergirl got pushed into existence and why it sucked so terribly bad. Girl boss to the nth degree. Dan Funk found the green hearts for Arwen. There you go. Look at that art. Dan's got a great hat there. Awesome stuff. Ron is right is in the chat. Hello there. And it has us a happy 4th of July. Well, thank you so very much. That's good stuff. That's right. Who else is out there in the world? We got a few other people that rolled through the door. I think they sell special vests for the doggies that get scared during fireworks. Yeah, you can get that and weighted blankets. And for cats, you can actually get pheromones that'll calm them down. So, yeah. Ronda's right says, I'm so old, I remember the comic book called Prez about a superhero president in 1976. There you go. Was it Trump? It's probably already Trump. They predicted Trump. That's right. Blow things up and eat hot dogs. Well, for me, it's steaks. Might roll a couple of hot dogs on there. And for other family members, some salmon. So there's that. Yeah, I was 6 in 76. We're the same age, Dan. Yeah, and the Doomsday Leak is as bad as Supergirl. Ron is right, as usual here. So there you go. Turning the heroes into villains, yeah. Nothing I've heard about any of this, and I've been hearing about this for a while, guys. We had some confirmed stuff and way before we could talk about it. It's going to be bad. I still think they should have jumped straight into Secret Wars and reset the MCU. That they're still doing that. It's just it's going to take a movie to get to Secret Wars, or at least maybe 2. Battle World. I told you guys. I said Battle World is coming. Yeah, I think 2099 was about Doom saving the universe. Well, I still think that's an Elseworlds tale, right? It's not a canon tale. Yeah. Look at all these great people wishing a happy 4th of July to everybody. Wishing everybody a wonderful, blessed 4th of July weekend. Thank you, Linda. Happy 250th, America. Deepest gratitude and respect to our military, past and present, indeed. Yep. Yep. This is the day. Yeah, thunder shirts help. There you go. That's what they're called. Thunder shirts, wall diffusers, calming treats, all for the tiny ones. Yep, it works for the cats and the dogs. You can certainly do it. Commander's like, yeah, the Avengers looks like poo. Avengers Poo Day, like Disney Corp's next audiovisual movement of their bowels. True story. I showed your video to my neighbor, and now he's growing a worm farm. He's a fishing man. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, it works really well. Red wigglers, man. I'm going to give you like a little cocktail you can feed your soil that'll like bring even more red wigglers to your lawns and gardens. It's easy to make. Dairy product, as a matter of fact. God sees everything. Asks, is there an email where I can directly contact you? There is, but you will also have to send me some kind of other message, either in the course of a chat or something like this, where to remind me to read it, because I am terrible at email, especially now that I'm retired and I don't have to tell people what to do anymore. But yeah, it's actually listed in the channel description on the main channel. But I'll tell you what it is here. It is 1023 at culturecasino.me. M-E. Not com. .me. Okay? Send me email there. They should have skipped Battle World and Doomsday. I agree with you, but again, they got nothing. There's nothing in the hopper. Every single new entrant into the MCU was poorly received. The Fantastic Four failed fiscally, as did the Falcon Cap America. Well, that's why we're getting Steve Rogers and not actual Captain America in this movie so heavily. They have to go back to the older characters to bring relevance to this film, but they're terrified of like rolling back some of their terrible decisions. The Falcon is a great character. Never should have messed with it. You accidentally fired a bottle rocket at a dog? I could understand that. Tipping the bottle over, having it hit him. Yeah. Well, as a kid, we used to have bottle rocket wars. Fired them across the street at each other. Anyway. Yeah. I would have liked Lou and Paul Chatto's thoughts on how quickly a studio creator would have gotten fired in their era. It would have been fast. Think about this. I mean, you had long running shows, series that were canceled midway through a season. Just done. Sometimes they didn't even like wrap up storylines and stuff. That was it. No more. Fox was the worst at it. If you remember back in the 80s, excuse me, not the 80s, the 2000s and 2010s, they were awful at canceling series midway. You'd be getting into something and then poof, it'd be gone. You'd be like, what just happened? We got another generous super chat from our friend from Australia in the middle of the night. In the middle of the night. So speaking of celebrations from Hemorrhoid Hurts, I'm down 11.8 kilograms. Excellent. 26 pounds. How much is that in stones? Since my close call. Yeah, you and I are both like having close calls. I'm glad you're getting better and getting back in the gym. Good for you. Also, I visited National Archives Museum in DC, even as an Aussie. It was a very emotional experience. Excellent. I'm just glad you're getting healthier. And thank you for the $10 Australian. Much appreciated. You are very generous, sir. I just hope you get some rest. Don't stay up all night or all early morning or whatever it is. That's the other thing. Like for Juliet, I know it's like afternoon. Like all my friends in the UK, the folks in Germany, everybody's watching it internationally. I celebrate you on this 4th of July because up until recently, we had wonderful working relationships. And it has nothing to do with the governments. We all just appreciated each other as human beings, that we wanted to overcome the tyranny that was always a generation away. Freedom is threatened just every generation. We have to fight very hard to reinstill the efforts to keep it going. Hard. 250 years was not easy. It won't get easier, especially with the commies in New York and California. It's a fight, kids. It's going to be a fight. All right, I'm way behind now. Donovan Bradford says that I think Doom was right, the right big bad, but hearing the execution is really bad. The point, Ultimate Alliance would have been a better choice. Doom hits God levels, and only a core group gets saved. Yeah, well, you're getting an amalgamated version of that, and making the X-Men into bad guys. Characters that are beloved, like Kelsey Grammer's Beast. That's a bad idea. Bad idea, Jeans. Today is going to be a very busy day. So I hope everybody enjoys it. Also, used to use sparklers as swords, but quit quickly as it can cause much pain when it singes your flesh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, Germany is close to 7 p.m. Yep, it's evening. So good evening to our friends in Germany. I love Germany. I selected it as one of the foreign languages that I learned for a reason. So, and our good friend Ron is right is joining us from Tokyo, where it's 2 a.m. Goodness, you and Australia are on the same time right now. Wild stuff. And as Awesome One says accurately, Reagan said we must be ever vigilant. Yes, we must. Yeah, it's LOL. It's Avengers versus X-Men and Secret Wars in one. It is. It's an amalgamation. It's going to be really awful, especially the opening act. Everything I've heard about the opening act is terrible. I am technically Pacific time, so it is about 9:45 in the morning. Larry says it's 10 p.m. Do you know where your children are? I remember those commercials. Professor X fought for peaceful coexistence. He would never kill the entire world. Yeah. Or an entire world. Again, there's so much stuff. And of course, I'm sure X dies again in this. I'm sure. Donovan Bradford says, yeah, but culture in your heyday, Bottle Rocket Wars, Rock Wars, and real bows and arrows. It's a wonderful, you guys reached adulthood. Yeah, it's a wonder we reached adulthood. Yeah, yeah. Jarts, kids. Go look up Jarts, Jarts. You cook together like 3 plastic straws, really long straws, to make a hoop. You put the hoop at one side and the hoop at another. It was essentially horseshoes with giant darts that you threw up in the air. They had a weighted tip, and it would go up, they would come down. If you happen to be on the other side of that, that's a life-changing event. That's a puncture wound or brain damage. That's what Jarts were. Yeah. Yeah. Lawn darts. Yep, that's what they were. Jarts. Amalgam would have been a worse comic to use as a combined heroes from different universes into one universe. Yeah, true. Yeah, the more you know. I wish I still had that video clip, but I'm using StreamYard today in case somebody wanted to join. So, and again, this is the High Roller stream, so it's open to high rollers. But every one of the high rollers says I'm not going to be available on 4th of July. I was like, oh man. Oh, yeah, lawn darts. Yeah. Brain injury or puncture wound. Speaking of puncture wound, uh, we used to play this spy game, which was the equivalent of like one versus like five or six or eight or however many people were playing. And you had to infiltrate and do a single person capture the flag game. I liked playing the spy. Well, one of the times, in order not to get caught, I climbed over multiple and on top of multiple roofs of multiple houses, jumping between yards, the whole 9 yards. The fact that we didn't get shot at is also amazing. But and I climbed down my across the street neighbor, across the cul-de-sac, jumped behind the front wall that's in their house, and then went to jump over that wall, and it had a block cap, a stone block cap that ran the whole length of the wall. Caught my shin. You can see it on my leg if you ever see me in person. Caught my shin and tore a chunk out of the front of my shin that is 2 inches long that went to the bone. You could actually see the bone. Did I go in for stitches? No. Paper towel and masking tape. Dumb. Yeah, cap guns had real black powder caps. Yep. Commander Ed Straker was 13 in 76, now 63. Yeah, you got a few years on me, pal. Freedom Seeker in the house. Listen to all our ridiculous talk about jarts. Good to see you, Freedom Seeker. John Powell sliding in saying, as Lauren pointed out, Professor X is trying to save his universe. So, yeah, well, yeah, still not good. Bactine. I remember Bactine. And Campho-Phenique in the green bottle. Yeah, duct tape. If I'd have had some, but again, I was a kid at problem solving in the summer, and we were supposed to stay outside all day. Literally, your parents never wanted you home. They sent you to school, they sent you to sports, they sent you to friends' house, they sent you to play in the neighborhood. Right? Go ride your bike. All right, everybody had a bike. Ride to the comic book store, go to the 7-Eleven, go to the Kmart. The Kmart's where you bought your rocket engines. I was talking about that the other day. That's where you get your rocket engines. It's Kmart. I think Professor X would rather save everybody, which would mean getting rid of the TVA. To be honest, TVA was the problem. That was they really tore up those stories. To be fair, Merothiolate. Yeah, I remember that too. Yep, Estes rockets. Yep. We all had a childhood. That was again, we had a common culture, a common experience in this nation. I think that stopped happening when we got into the 2000s. And look, conspiracy theory or no, I'm willing to believe it was the CIA that gave us rap music, but look that up for yourself. Kaladin says, I had the same kind of childhood like Cece, always out of the house. Yeah. Look, I loved playing baseball. Baseball, I love playing football, and in doing, organized leagues, playing on teams, being a starting player. Um, I love baseball. I probably should have been a professional baseball player, but I started to love other things. I started to love computers and music and performing. Sports was a kind of performance, but not in the same way. Didn't tickle the same funny bone. So Yeah, that's the problem with John. You're 100% right. It's lazy writing. That's the problem with doing the multiverse. It's lazy. Just nobody's ever really dead. And as much as I complain about that, I still got I still got a lot of belly laughs out of Deadpool and Wolverine. But I think that was the last gag. I think the intent of Ryan Reynolds was to kind of get rid of that. And look, it worked for a little bit, but Disney kept trying to roll out the Cheese Whiz or grind out the Cheese Whiz, which was garbage. Thunderbolts was never going to be a successful idea, especially when they changed the makeup of the Thunderbolts. They changed the makeup of well, I mean, once Kang beat up his girlfriend, or was accused of beating up his girlfriend, I should say. Um, Nothing was ever going to be okay after that. The through line was destroyed. Sorry. And it doesn't help that people just talk. Yeah, you have knuckleheads like Mark Ruffalo. If he would have just shut up, everything else would have been better. But he didn't. Argentum says, or maybe talking to the TVA if Marvel wants us to not loathe them and follow their own continuity. Well, yeah, I think Loki's going to die again too. So, yeah. Have we talked about it? Yeah, Leo, we've been talking about it intermittently for several moments now. Um, yeah, and now that it's been, thoroughly vetted and and authenticated, they got their work cut out for them. This film comes out in December. It's been delayed multiple times. It They shot for multiple weeks and then went and reshot everything that Robert Downey Jr. did. I think I reported that very early on when it happened. I'm like, they shot for 3 weeks and they changed it, reshot it. I love the yo-yo demonstrations by Duncan. They were fun. Duncan yo-yos and ambassadors. Yeah, Culture Kmart sold Estes rockets kits and engines in California. I had to go to the hobby shop for Estes gear. Yeah, Kmart sold tons of great stuff. I didn't have to go to the hobby shop. They even sold my paints. Back even well before there was 40K, we were painting other kinds of miniatures. We were painting a lot of pewter miniatures for D&D and stuff like that. And hobby shops were everywhere back in the day, right? Used to be able to go and buy like the world's supply of balsa wood. Loki dies again. What is this, the fourth time? Yeah. Yeah. It says, oh, nice. Okay. Culture Casino vetted too. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And again, I'm going to say it this way: the response to the leaks, they might take another swing at editing. Do I remember Estrus Records? Um, no, the Wax was it Waxworks? No, it was oh man, they're local. I cannot remember the name of this company. Might be Waxworks, something like that. They were the one. They would press like a lot of the stuff that I had, like a lot of the industrial music, punk, and stuff like that. They did a lot of it. Was it Wax Tracks? I don't remember. John Walker being a 3-time Medal of Honor recipient and Sam and Bucky showing him zero respect shows me the writers know nothing about military and specifically valor. True story, Dean Krantz, 100%, sir. Look, and I mean, Falcon showed Captain America immense respect. Somewhere around Johnson and Whedon and a few other people being excused from Disney and Marvel from working with them in further projects, somewhere in there was where things were lost. Wax Tracks, there it is. Thank you. Took me a minute. One of my friends was a DJ in that era. And was the first person that like introduced me to house music and trance and stuff like that. Morgan King Warlord says, "Wow, you're doing a high roller stream." I am, but it's about over, and you're a high roller. What the heck, brother? Anyway, yeah, I need to go make myself some food, but I want to say for the final time, or at least the 100th time on the stream, happy 4th of July, y'all, from Randy Thodo and everybody else out there. Culture, wait, hang on. Culture, are you gonna get some M80s? I don't need to. I'm set. Oh wow, you saw Mark Farina last month? I keep forgetting you. There's a lot of people you bump into, Monkey Jeebus. It's good to see you. It's been a minute. Freedom Seeker says, "It's my birthday today, 202 years younger than the country." Well, that's a good thing. Looking forward to family time later. Hope everyone has a great Independence Day. Yeah, I've got a friend to call. It's his birthday. Try to call him every 4th of July. So, yeah. Larry says, "I'm a low crawler." That's right. Wax Tracks also features some KMFDM. That's right. And Front 242. That's right. Local, being pressed local. Culture is eating some beans for lunch. That'll cause enough fireworks for the whole neighborhood. Nah, actually, my breakfast is simple. I eat an avocado and 6 eggs. I get protein, fiber, and the almost complete carb intake I'll have for the whole day, all in one meal. The protein from the steak, the fat from the steak, and maybe a couple other select items. But I really do try to keep the macros dialed into very protein heavy because I want to live longer and not die. So you're in Bend, Oregon for like 6 months to a year. Okay. Just be safe, friend. It's good to see you. And Dean says, in 2 hours, Baby Yoda and Tannerite will be a thing. I may have to watch that. All right. Anyway, folks, happy birthday to the United States and to each and every one of you celebrating this month. It's the 4th of July, ladies and gentlemen. And here in this nation, you made it what it is today, and only you can keep it. So work diligently, as President Reagan suggested, and preserve our freedom from tyranny and avoid becoming Europe. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, see ya. Maybe later today. I wonder if I can do that.